Oh, sugar honey iced tea. It's the EAC Show.
Good day, ladies and gents. I'm Emilio A. Colon.
I am Marcus Mack, and this is the EAC Show, episode 44, coming to you live from sunny South Florida.
Guys, we're going to reintroduce a man that needs no introduction, the UCF activist, overall sports enthusiast, Cameron Didden has returned.
The big one.
The big
What's going on?
Girls, stand up.
What's going on?
And lift up their shirts. Oh, God.
It's the last dance.
He's back.
We're taking all of the Mardi Gras beads. Sign us up. We want it all. Cameron, welcome back. It's good to see you. How you been?
I've been good, man. I've been busy. I've been keeping myself busy, which is obviously why I haven't been able to come on. But it's nice to be able to jump back on, especially on an effing Friday, a fucking Friday. And I got a little because I only this drink while I do podcasts now after watching The Last Dance and after watching MJ drink throughout the whole 10-part series. This is the only mood I have now.
So, guys, you got to bear with us a little bit. We're trying to go through the Zoom call. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties. Hopefully, it doesn't mess up the whole show. Cameron, we're more than happy to have you back. I know Marcus Mack is ecstatic to have you back.
Respect.
So much pressure.
Respect.
You've been gone.
Now,
hey, listen, pressure makes diamonds.
Pressure does make diamonds. Now, Cameron, I know there's so much to talk about since the last time we all met. Tell us, we're gonna discuss a little bit about it. Tell us your take on The Last Dance.
Well, we went back and forth a little bit on, I guess, the beginning episode, at least as far as the meat of the documentary and the exciting ending to it. I found a lot of it was informative. So we if you didn't know about Michael, you found out about him and what him and the Bulls did. And to me, I found the funny out of it. To be honest with you, I thought that Bob Costas had the line of the documentary when he said MJ's so-called push on the Utah Jazz defender was equivalent to a maitre d' showing you to your table. I thought that was the line of the documentary. I died at that. I thought when Rodman, didn't show up to practice because he was at the wrestling event, and Phil Jackson was really like a player's coach before his time, how he backed Rodman, and he was sarcastic at practice the next day, like, "Hey guys, this guy really put us under the microscope here," and they were all joking about it. So I got a good feel. It showed me that Steve Kerr, how everyone called him a player's coach from the Warriors, it showed me kind of where he got it from. So I learned a lot during the documentary, which I think I took more than anything. But obviously the greatness of Michael Jordan trumps everything.
Dennis Rodman was smashing Carmen Electra, like smashing.
I loved seeing her in the documentary. I thought that was hilarious. One of the first women I've found interest in as a young boy. So
question, right? I have a quick question. I don't mean to cut you, Cameron. We're in 2020, right? The year is 1996. Do you think that Carmen Electra and Dennis Rodman would have had an OnlyFans?
Hell yeah.
Definitely.
Listen, OnlyFans back then came in the form of magazine and online prescriptions to whatever website they were on. That was the original OnlyFans. So they were pioneers of their time, especially Carmen Electra. God bless her soul.
Now, Marcus Mack has an excellent story for us about something that happened yesterday to him in a situation about The Last Dance. So Marcus Mack, go ahead and tell your story with your prop in your hand.
Okay, so here's what went down. So I went to a restaurant where you could only eat out. So you had to walk through the line and order 6 feet away. And I'm saying all this to say there was a guy behind me, 6 feet, and he just starts talking to me, and he's talking to me 6 feet away. And it's like, "Are you talking to me, bro? What are you talking to me?" And we both have on face masks, and he's asking me questions about, "Hey, yo, what do you think about MJ? Do you really think he's the GOAT?" And I'm like, "Bro, you talking to me?"
Oh shit, he's talking to me.
Why are you talking to me? And me not noticing, I have on a Chicago Bulls jersey on, the Pippen jersey. And he's just like, what do you think about MJ? Do you think he's the greatest? Do you think he's really the GOAT? And I'm like, he's arguably, and he's only arguably the GOAT because there's so many people that can talk about people like LeBron James, or there's people who could talk about Kobe Bryant. But let's look at the run. Now, you look at the run and what he has done for the Chicago Bulls franchise, and but he didn't do it alone. And even in the documentary, they said he didn't do it alone. And now, by my dialogue right now, you can tell I was all into the conversation, which was shocking to me because I'm like, I'm really sitting here talking about sports right now. So now him, here's the funny part, right? Just imagine seeing this. It's me, this guy 6 feet away, and then another guy, another 6 feet away, talking about sports in this restaurant waiting for our food, right? And I'm like, I'm really here right now talking sports facts. Me, Marcus.
You transformed, Marcus. You've transformed. Respect.
I am so proud. I am so proud of him. You have no idea. He literally called me yesterday and was like, yo, I'm really a producer of a sport podcast.
Right. hey, because I told him, I said, I do production for the EAC Show. We do, sports news, and, we talk about sports, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, well, yeah, we talk about sports. And at that point, I wasn't just head of production. I wasn't just a producer now. Now I'm a sports guy. And I'm like, I'm not a sports guy at all.
Amazing.
Welcome.
Absolutely amazing. So now, Cameron, we got your opinion on The Last Dance. Our opinions on The Last Dance have been chronicled on past episodes, Marcus Mack and myself. Now we're going to give your opinion on something that Marcus Mack and I discussed, but a different side of it. Now, we all know that the GOAT of sports podcasting, podcasting in general, Joe Rogan, got a $100 million exclusive deal with Spotify, and we are all happy for him. We are not hating. But today I came across something that said that Joe Rogan really left a lot of money on the table. This article right here says Joe Rogan got ripped off. What do you feel about that?
I mean, the words ripped off, when you equate them to $100 million a year, which is what Joe Rogan was getting, that's really wrong to say that. But we talked about this before the show.
Bad wording.
Right, it is bad wording. But when apparently they did the analytics of Joe Rogan's podcast, and someone figured out that he averages roughly 190 million downloads per month.
Jesus Christ! We're
trying
to get 190, period.
Yeah, right. Just 190, not the 190 million. So that's what he's averaging a month. So they're saying that he has billions of dollars, like you said, that he left off the table for the content that he's putting out. And by the way, this just shows you what this all means in the content game, like how much money is in the content game and in podcasting in general. Obviously, this is the peak of the mountain, Joe Rogan, but there's so much money in this, so it's pretty amazing.
Marcus, did you look up anything on it?
Yeah, but just for 1 second, I'm gonna let you say what you got to say. Let me just say this, right? There's so much money in podcasting because of ads, because of ad space. And in this day and age, 2020, the money that you get or the revenue that you can generate from attention alone is monumental, right? So when you're already generating so much looks and so much people watching you, it's like, okay, how can we translate this into money? So there's ads, sponsors, there's small endorsements, things like that when you really brand yourself. And Joe Rogan, the Joe Rogan experience is in this space, in this white hot space where it's like he is probably one of the biggest names in podcasting, not just sports, but podcasting altogether. Just like, the No Jumpers and countless other people that we won't talk about right now, right? So when Spotify comes and gives this grand deal, $100 million, was it $100 million a year that they offered, Cameron?
A year, yeah.
Not a year overall, right?
No, it's $100 million a year.
A year?
Right.
Yes, and people still think that he's getting ripped off here. Now,
Right.
just to take it from what you're saying, Marcus, this guy, Joe Rogan, to me, the thought process that I had on it is that he basically just has fuck you money. Like, Joe Rogan's a smart guy. Like, I am one to believe that Rogan understands the kind of money he could have made or what he should have made because of his podcast. I think he understands that Spotify is a big enough platform to reach the masses with his content. And for the money he's amassed from being an actor, to being a host on Fear Factor, to being an announcer for the UFC, to the podcast that he's doing right now before he even signed the deal. To me, $100 million a year on top of everything he's made and his assets, he can't spend that money 7 times over. So it's not like he's just left money on the table. I feel like he just knows his worth, and he just went with the direction that he wanted to go to, despite what he might have left on the table.
Well,
I mean, this is news to me. I didn't see that one thing that said it was $100 million a year. If it's $100 million a year, this makes this conversation completely different, because I'm taking $100 million a year all day long. Like,
yeah, who's waiting for a better deal when you hear $100 million a year? Like, just take. It's like Dak Prescott and his contract negotiation.
Marcus
right
Mack, you give me $100 million a year, I got a bunch of people I'm smacking with 10 grand and using it with write-offs.
Listen, baby powder.
Is different when you have money already, so you have the leverage, right? As a businessman, you really look at it like, okay, you're offering this money, but I have the leverage, which is the reason why in the music industry right now you're in not just in the music industry. I just think, period. Right now, you're in an era of independent marketing, so everyone can pretty much market themselves. There's no need. I go back to the music industry because that's what, everybody will probably correlate this kind of conversation with. You can put your own music out. You can reach the consumer, direct to consumer. Everything is right there because of the internet. So if you have that kind of leverage, right? What is it that Spotify is offering other than money that you
money up front? You don't gotta wait on it.
Money up front, right? Now you have possibly resources, but it's Joe Rogan. What resources do you really need? That
he is the resource.
Cam, you wanna know what I wanna know? You wanna know what I wanna know, Cam and Marcus Mack? I wanna know if this money is just his money to bring his podcast over and has absolutely nothing to do with his sponsorship deals that he has with other people, if advertising and all that type of stuff. Like if Manscaped comes and says, hey, we want to do a $3 million deal, that has completely and utterly nothing to do with Spotify.
I would say that Spotify would give him the leeway in order to bring his own sort of outside money-making abilities to light. Like, whoever Joe Rogan says is my sponsor, I'm sure Spotify will set it up in the means for him. They gave him an open-ended deal, an open book. They pretty much said, this is what we're going to give you per year, but you're the shot caller. If you want to, bring in different sorts of ads.
So damn, Marcus Mack, he can actually make like $125, $130 a year if he's already making $30 million on his own.
This is the base.
Yeah, because when you sign these kinds of deals, man, what they're really trying to say pretty much is either you give us the leverage or you keep the leverage. We'll give you some money so we can get some exposure. Now, Spotify already allocates in the 8-figure towards podcast alone, in the 100 millions, right? Towards podcast alone, right? So it's not like as if Joe Rogan is the first one to get a deal from Spotify. So I'm quite sure that they gave him some kind of breathing room to say, well, okay, you still have some kind of creative control and you can run the show. You can take your own independent sponsorship, not sponsorships, but endorsement, but it will be exclusively released on Spotify alone, which would draw attention from because Tidal does the same thing. Exclusive stuff. You could only get it on Tidal. You could only get stuff Apple Music. You understand what I'm saying? So, there has to be something in that deal that was negotiated that we don't know about. And everybody's saying he's been ripped off, but what they don't know is that little piece because he had the leverage, guys. He had the leverage.
Exactly.
Joe Rogan had the leverage, and Spotify just wanted in on it.
Well, guys, we got to get to this promo real quick to our favorite sponsor. They've been with us since the beginning, since episode 1, El Cubano Sandwich Shop. Use the promo code EAC and receive discounts on online pickups or delivery orders. Enjoy a cafe con leche or that natural pre-workout shot of that Cuban coffee to start your day. The daily lunch specials, and once again, their steak sandwiches next level. Use the promo code EAC. That's El Cubano Sandwich Shop or 954-906-5110. Remember, use the promo code EAC. We are here, the EAC Show, episode 44, featuring Marcus Smack and UCF activist, overall sports enthusiast. The big one, Cameron Dinnan, has returned home on this Effort Friday episode. Marcus Smack has the yak, Cameron Dinnan with the whiskey, and Emilio's watching his figure, so I'm over here ice watering it up.
Respect. Someone's got to do it.
Okay.
Now, Marcus Mack on our EAC IG page, and now Cameron, I know you've seen it. Marcus Mack posted an excellent post of Evander Holyfield showing his amazing, glorious physique and training exercise. And we were just beating him up last episode.
Listen,
wait.
Go ahead.
Wait, I wasn't. And listen, I love Evander Holyfield. It's just we are Team Tyson on this side. And
you know what?
You step into that ring, you might get that other ear bit off. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, my heart says Tyson, but at the end of the day, I want to see something. If Tyson wins, I feel like that's it. That's over with. It's just going to be one event. If Holyfield wins, you got to think Tyson is going to – he's not just going to back down. He's going to push for a rematch, push for another opportunity. So we're going to get more boxing, I think, if Holyfield wins the first bout. And I kind of want to see Holyfield get some revenge from Tyson biting his ear twice, not once, but twice, biting his ear off. So
now,
I'd like to see that.
Now, Marcus Mack and Cameron, Mike Tyson has come out and has said that a Holyfield rematch for charity would be awesome. Now, for charity is cool, but I'd rather see the real deal because let him bite. Marcus Mack and I agreed, let him take steroids, pre-workout, creatine, testosterone, jack him up. Give him what you give the horses and let these motherfuckers fight.
Yeah, bare knuckle, too. I don't even want to see gloves on these two old dudes. I mean, this is what we want. Obviously, it's not going to happen because there are regulations. In order to box at the highest level, you need to pass tests with flying colors. They take your health into accountability. There's all sorts of things. So at the end of the day, this will only be an exhibition fight, which is sad. I just want to let that precedent be known. But it would be great to see these two brawl it out, no holds bar, and to see what would happen X amount of years later, 20-something amount of years later.
Shout out to Marcus Mack. Marcus, that was an excellent post that you put up on the EAC page. Listen to me. At first, Mike Tyson's workout video is an anomaly. It's out of this world. It's on the neck. He is literally a child of Thanos the way he looks like in that workout video. Then you have Evander Holyfield who looks like Spider-Man. Like his training didn't look that good. But Evander Holyfield backed it up. He came with this aggressive training video. It looked great. Like, if he would have came out with this the first one, then we would have had different feelings.
Right. And listen, these two dudes at their age, they're not working out on video and posting it without something happening. Like, this is a fight that's going to happen, whether it's exhibition or the real deal. These videos ain't being posted for no reason.
I'm telling you right now, Marcus is going to be the EAC exclusive representative reporting with a face mask from some restaurant about this fight. If this fight happens, he is going to do the EAC takeover on our EAC page.
I have to be there. Just for the record, I would love to be there, front row seat. If
Miller's Ale House on Glades and 441. Come check out Marcus Mack. He'll be there all night. Saturday, October 20.
Live footage.
So then the next, we're having a little bit of technical difficulties with Cameron. Cameron, repeat what you said.
What I say? Oh, I said to everyone just to show out at Miller's Ale House on Glazing 441 to check out Marcus Mack on October 3rd, 2020 for this Evander Holyfield and Mike Tyson fight. He's buying beers for the whole bar.
Just for the record, right? If Tyson was to fight Shannon the Cannon Briggs in the bare knuckle fight, that would be an amazing fight as well, just for the record. Because Shannon
What a name.
An incredible fighter, just for the record.
I got Mike.
I got Mike. I got Mike too.
I got Iron Mike.
So our next topic, this is a really, really funny topic. I know you guys seen this, Marcus Mack. We were laughing about it on the pre-show a little bit. So New York Yankees outfielder Aaron Judge's girlfriend gets a DUI arrest, and she literally tries to pull the "Do you know who my boyfriend is?" card.
The name drop.
The name drop. Now, that's not the funniest part.
Respect the hell out of that.
The funniest part is the memes that come after all of this. When they tell her, your boyfriend is not Mike Trout, put your hands behind your back and get in the car. That is glorious.
So yeah, Mike Trout's girl's getting out of that. Listen, I respect the hell out of that move. To be honest with you, like everyone doesn't like a name dropper, but everyone like you touch me. My father's a lawyer. It's going down. Like this is what she was trying to do. I gotta say, if I was her, I probably would have.
It's almost like Marcus Mack. I know you've been in that situation before where you're like the police come fucking with you or some shit, and you're like, man, shut the fuck up. I help pay your salary. Well, that motherfucker gonna arrest you, and then you're gonna be worried about paying the salary. Are you in jail?
I would have loved. Go ahead, Mark.
Whenever I've been in that situation, the first thing that comes out of my mouth is, "Sir, what am I being pulled over for?" And if I know I'm in the wrong, I'm definitely very cooperative. And then the next thing to come out of my mouth is, "Listen, the card for my lawyer is in my wallet."
Yo, I would have loved if the cop was just like, "Oh, that's great. That's fantastic. I'm actually a Mets fan. You would have done better telling me you were Syndergaard's girl." Like,
no, imagine if you would have said he was a Houston Astros fan. Oh, my God.
That would have been money.
And then Marcus Mack, do you have the last one up yet or no?
The last topic?
Yes.
Because
you have to read it. I need it. I need to hear it.
Yeah, we had a few topics.
The New Orleans one. The New Orleans one.
Not the porn one.
Yes.
Oh, God. Did we get there already? We at that part of the show already?
Yes.
Okay. Porn site, stripchat.com bids $15 million Superdome naming rights. Now, where do they get off on trying to sue Mercedes-Benz for the rights to the name of the Superdome?
No, they're not trying to sue them. They're trying to win it. They're trying to bid it to be able to name the actual place. Yes.
Did you just ask where they got off? Where they get off? Everyone's getting off on their website.
No, but
that's where they get off.
Just make that that's crazy. Like what? Yo, listen. And you know what's funny? Right now, porn is making so much money. Just for the record, everybody's inside. We're talking about single people, men and women, married couples. Everybody's watching porn. Shout outs to y'all.
So Cameron, here's my thing. Marcus Mack, here's my thing. If they actually won this and they bid and they named the place Strip Chat Center or Strip Chat Stadium, does that come with free stripper poles? And bouncers. Do you turn a suite in a stadium into a strip club itself? Lap dances and.
You better last thing you just said, like how Miami's Hard Rock Stadium has Live in it. They're gonna have a Rick's Cabaret in the stadium, and they'll give you coupons per one ticket admit to the Rick's Cabaret on Bourbon Street, so you get a little bit of flavor of each. I'm very excited about this.
So wait a second, Marcus Mack. So there'll be a Drew Brees section, Breeze's bitches, and then there'll be Alvin Kamara's cunts, and then there'll be
Kamara's
like
Listen,
Mike Thomas's hands on deck
you know what
section.
we need to bring back Dennis Rodman to do the remix of Chris Rock's song, and we're gonna call it. There will be sex in the champagne room, and we're gonna name a section called the champagne room, a big section in the stadium called the champagne room, and there will be sex in here. Plenty of alcohol and plenty of sex.
Cameron, don't forget, the Superdome lights went out for one Super Bowl. So if you name that place Strip Chat Center, Strip Chat Stadium, and the lights go out, nobody knows what happens when the light go out.
That's that's true. It get a little handsy when the lights go down in strip club, whatever strip chat stadium. Listen, before I die, I'm adding this to my bucket list. I need to attend a professional game at Pornhub Arena. I need that before I die. So make it happen, America.
So, guys, we really do appreciate you guys checking in on episode 44 of the EAC Show. Myself, Marcus Mack, and we finally got UCF activist, overall sports enthusiast, the big one, Cameron Dinnan, back on the team. We really do appreciate you guys watching Effing Friday. Marcus Mack is toasting his Jack. Cameron was toasting his whiskey. I was toasting my clear-ass Essentia water. And we appreciate you guys. Make sure you click like and subscribe on all podcast platforms. Leave a review on YouTube. Same thing. Like, subscribe, and comment. And we'll check you out episode 45 on Monday. Appreciate you guys.
Oh, sugar honey iced tea. It's the EAC show.